All right, wrestling fans, Joe Wheeler here on this edition of Southern States Wrestling as we've got Scotty McKeever locking up with George South Jr. in the opening contest here. South with a quick leg scissors right there, and both men back up to a vertical base very quickly as both competitors, of course, top-notch individuals and competitors here in Southern States Wrestling. And McKeever complaining, though, of his hair being pulled already in the opening moments here. And I highly doubt that George Jr. would do something like that. Good second-generation wrestler coming to us from Charlotte, North Carolina. Of course, his father, George South Sr., world-renowned legend in NWA wrestling, as both men, once again, right back up to a vertical base just that quickly. And again, McKeever complaining of a hair pull, which I highly doubt happened. I certainly didn't see it. And I doubt the fans here at Skate City in Kingsport, Tennessee saw it either, as George South Jr. now rallying the crowd behind him as McKeever complaining of that hair pull, as referees getting the action going once again here in Southern States Wrestling as we're coming to you from Kingsport. As McKeever with a collar and elbow lock up and then right into a side headlock position on George South Jr. He's got him in control at this point in time. South trying to find his way out of this as he put McKeever into the ropes there. George Jr. with a hard shot right there. McKeever up and over his man, and George Jr. leapfrog right there and caught him. Big slam right there by George South Jr. as he drove McKeever in, as he did on that deeply hooked arm drag takedown right there, as McKeever resorted to a hair pull right there on George Jr., but George Jr. holding his ground in the center of the ring with that arm bar on Scott McKeever, as McKeever continues to try to get some leverage there, putting his arm up on the head and neck area of George Jr. There with a handful of hair. Referee on him about it, as McKeever trying to find a way out of here. Catches him with a cheap shot there to the midsection, as McKeever now back in control of the young rookie George South Jr. And I tell you what, though, don't underestimate George Jr. Though he is a rookie, he hasn't had a whole lot of experience in the ring. He is a second-generation competitor, and that experience is worthy of a lot of matches, as McKeever right there got lost. George Jr. caught him. Big body slam right there. Nice arm drag takeover, textbook arm drag takeover there on McKeever, and he's got McKeever grounded now in an arm bar position, as McKeever definitely in trouble at the hands of George South Jr. McKeever making his way back up to a vertical base. He's looking for an out, try to get away from that arm bar that George Jr.'s got. Pull of the hair there by McKeever as McKeever pulls South back into the ropes and delivers a hard forearm right across the chest of George South Jr. McKeever now moving in on Jr. as he's got him set up here in the ropes once again, and another hard shot right into the chest of George South Jr. as McKeever just stalking him here, almost being methodical in his attack. Moving in now has got South into the ropes, and South ducked that shot, ducked that attempted clothesline as well, caught him there with a perfectly executed cross-body block, and got a 2 count out of it. McKeever back up. South catches him right there with a high drop kick, as George Jr. with another arm drag takeover, putting McKeever right down on the canvas. And I tell you what, great work there by George South Jr. to control the momentum and the pace of the matchup against Scotty McKeever. McKeever definitely a strongly established veteran. And George South Jr., like I said, though he's a rookie, he's a double tough competitor, and he can certainly hold his own in the ring, as he's proven right here in this matchup against Scott McKeever, as George Jr. now continues cranking in on that arm bar on Scott McKeever. Both men back up to a vertical base, as McKeever trying to relinquish, trying to get some of that pressure off the shoulder and arm. You see him slapping his hand there to get the blood flowing down in the lower part of his arm from all of the pressure being applied by George South Jr. as McKeever now going to work on him. McKeever's got him. Oh, looked like a thumb right there to the throat. Great camera work there by Dave Thompson, as always, taking you right in on the action, as Scott McKeever, of course, will resort to any tactic to win a match at any cost. As, into the ropes, McKeever, the hard shoulder block right there. And up and over his man there. George South with a leapfrog, back down, and another leapfrog there. George South Jr. showing his vertical leaping ability. McKeever caught him, short kick to the midsection. And, high knee right to the face. That could do it. A high knee caught him right in the face, it looked like, right in the chin. As Scott McKeever now feeling confident, feeling good after he caught George Jr. with that shot. Referee's in and got a 2 count out of that. George South Jr. is not done yet. Though he got caught with that high knee, he's still in the fight. High backdrop right there by Scott McKeever, as George South Jr. definitely in trouble at this point in time in the matchup. McKeever in, got a cover, and only got a 2 count as George Jr. was able to get out of there. But I tell you what, McKeever's really thrown the offense at him here. That high backdrop, the big knee right to the face and chin area. Definitely George South Jr. in a lot of trouble at this point in time, as Scotty McKeever has been able to control the past few minutes of this matchup. And it's got George Jr. grounded. He's clamping down now in a reverse chin lock, as the crowd here in Kingsport rallying behind George Jr. They're making their way back up to a vertical base. George Jr. firing in a series of elbows. Ella McKeever just dumped him right there with a handful of hair. Utilizing the hair, he was able to pull him down. Now McKeever perched up on that second rope. He's standing on the second rope, and he's getting ready to come down. George Jr. caught him right there with a shot to the midsection. George South Jr. now, a house of fire, firing in a series of hard right hands on Scott McKeever. He's taking it to McKeever, into the ropes, coming across there. High backdrop of his own right there, as George South Jr. now with the momentum. George South Jr. now taking it to McKeever, and McKeever cut him off right there with a knee to the midsection, as McKeever now got him back in the corner, as George South Jr. certainly seemingly had this matchup going his way. And, wait a minute, roll up here. Here we go. George South got him pinned, had him pinned, but McKeever rolled it around. He's got a handful of tights, too, and he got the 3 count right there, as Scotty McKeever has won this contest here in Southern States Wrestling by questionable means and pulling the tights of George South Jr.